What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to show you the most underrated ad concept in paid social media right now. So most media buyers completely ignore it, but when you use it correctly, it is incredibly powerful. It instantly drops the viewer's guard, builds massive trust, and makes your product look like an only logical solution. So let me show you. It's called authority through statistics. So here's the problem with most ads. When you say our product is the best or we will help you lose weight, the consumer's brain immediately puts up the wall. They know they are being sold to. They argue with your claims. They build skepticism. But here's the psychological loophole. People argue with claims, but they rarely argue with specific data. When you lead a shocking specific statistics about the problem they are facing, you immediately shift from being salesman to being educator. You diagnose their pain using math, and whoever can diagnose the problem the best, they automatically trusted to provide the solution. So this works the best for supplements, B2B software, skincare, fitness, and literally any niche where trust is the main barrier. So I want to show you two examples and break down them each step by step, how you can recreate the statistics and create the authority in your creatives. Okay, the first example, look at this. This is beautiful. Let's break down exactly why it works. First of all, look at the visual contrast. The dark blue background with glowing neon elements instantly catches the eye. And when someone is scrolling through boring, bright, white Facebook feeds, these dark mode aesthetics is the massive pattern interrupt, so it stops the scroll bait. Let's look at the headline. Did you know 80% of your immune system lives in your gut? So see what they did there. They didn't say buy our probiotics, they are the best. We had them the massive, almost scary statistic. We are validating the problem. So if they feel sick or bloated or tired, this stat makes them go, holy crap, my whole immune system is in stomach, really? So that explains everything. And right down we have a subtitle, stop treating the symptoms, fix the root cause. This is psychological code. We're telling them whatever they've been doing before, taking random vitamins, drinking coffee, it is just treating the symptom. We have an actual root cause. We just disqualify the old solution. And visually look at the right side. We have a three clean benefit icons: enhanced immunity, improved mood and focus, increased vitality. Use the small data points pointing to the stomach, make it look highly scientific and research. And finally, the call to action button at the bottom right, restore your gut. It is bright orange, completely constrained with the blue, so the eye naturally goes into it. Buy now. It is an action tied to the benefit. So that's the $1 million static ad concept. Alright, the second example, let's take a look at a completely different niche to prove that this works everywhere. Let's say you are selling B2B SaaS product, a productivity tool, same framework but totally different execution. So read the headline, you waste 2.5 hours every single day. This is very aggressive. This is confrontational, but it works because it is a specific number. It is just said, you waste a lot of time, you wouldn't care, but 2.5 hours. Any business owner reading this and immediately starts doing the math in their head. So wait, 2.5 hours a day times 5 days times my hourly rate. Am I losing $1,000s? So you amplify the pain and you are like twisting the knife with this data. So then we back it up with the subtitle. The average worker spends 150 minutes a day just looking for the files and emails. Get your time back. Now they know why they're wasting time. We are diagnosed exact friction point in their day. And the visual metaphor here is incredible. So look at the desk. It is perfect split screen. On the left, you have an absolute chaos, messy papers, tangled wires, coffee, and these represent their current painful reality. And right down on the middle, a glowing blue that divides it, and on the right side we have an absolute peace and clean laptop, organized digital folders, and communicating, so the transformation without needing 1,000 words to explain it, so that you go from chaos to control. Notice the glow in the red timer in the background, 2.5 hour, and the time lost that subtly reinforce the urgency and the statistic from the headline, right? And the bottom, we have a massive blue call to action, automate the workflow. So this ad doesn't feel like a pitch to software. It feels like an intervention. So that is exactly why the authority through statistics angle prints real money. All right, so before you go out and try to make this, you need to understand the exact mechanics that stand behind the authority through statistics and why this works. So I've mapped out here on the mirror whiteboard, and if you just slap a random number on the picture, it basically will fail. You have followed this 4-step psychological sequence, so let's walk through this. So step 1 is the shocking validation, or basically hook. Use a specific non-rounded number, for example 84% or 84.6%. Psychologically, 83% of diets fail because of cortisol, so it shifts the blame away from the user, from the customer, onto the statistics. Why? So you said the reason. Explain the statistics in one sentence. They establish you as the expert. You understand the data, therefore you understand their problem better than they do. So step 3, the pivot. Swipe copy, stop treating the symptoms. It is the time to fix the root cause, or the old way is dead. This is just example. Psychologically, you disqualifying their previous attempts to solve their problem and opening the door for a new solution. And the last one, logical conclusion. The purchase decision is no longer emotional, it's logical. So every time you use statistics in your ads, make sure it hits these psychological triggers. Validate the pain, establish the root cause, disqualify the old way, and present your product as the logical conclusion.